What's going on? I'm Spencer Tillis.
And I'm Angela Santoro.
And this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in today's episode. High school football fans, listen up. We have a big-time announcement on something that you are going to want to tune in for. If you are a football fan of Delmarva, it's something you can't afford to miss. That's coming up later on in the show.
And we took a trip to the Philadelphia Eagles training camp yesterday. We'll take a look at what the Birds are doing this training camp.
And you ever just show up to a place and realize you don't make the kind of money that people there are making that kind of money? Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring my box tops with me to this week's golf course as we went driving Delmarva to a place that you got to see to believe. And I tell you what, it is one of the most beautiful courses I've had a chance to see to yet. And I tell you what, the fall sports season is finally here. We made it through. It was a long summer. And I tell you what, coming in, we were sitting here talking about what ways to kind of best talk about this year's upcoming season. And I thought the best way to kind of get everyone up to tune is to talk about some of the big storylines of some of our teams coming in.
Of course. So we've thought, what better way to kick off the 2015 fall sports season than to count down from the top 10 things that sports fans right here in Delmarva should look out for, starting with number 10, and that's the Stephen Decatur girls soccer team. Now, the Seahawks are coming off of a phenomenal season last year. They finished undefeated heading into the playoffs with just one tie. Now, they couldn't get things done in the state tournament, but it was a great run. But here's where things get interesting. This team graduated a bunch of seniors like Jillian Petito and Peyton Van Kirk, just to name a couple. Will they be able to continue that type of success without that senior leadership? We'll have to wait and see, but you won't have to wait for long because their season gets started on August 21st. That is 1 week away. Yeah,
I will take that. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and move to number 9. And for this one, we're actually going to stick with a little soccer, but we're going to head over to Pocono, where the boys soccer team is loaded. I mean, this group made it all the way to the state semifinals last year. They were regional champs, and for good reason. And they bring back a ton of that group that got it done. Noah Brittingham, Jacob Glovier, Gus Enriquez. I'm telling you, they got a squad out there. They're stacked and definitely have the possibility of making another state title run. Lots of expectations, though. The question is, can they live up to them?
And at number 8, the boys of fall are coming back. And, of course, we have to start things off in Dover with Wesley football. What an incredible run that they've been on these past couple of years. The Wolverines have made it to back-to-back national semifinal games, but they've also been cut short by Mountain Union and Wisconsin White. So can they beat those teams this year and make it to the national title game? It is possible, especially with the return of Joey Callahan. He had a record-breaking season in 2014 as a junior. He broke the school records for most passing yards and most touchdowns in a season as well.
Phenomenal. Well, our number 7 team is in that same boat as the Wolverines. The Easton Soccer Squad dominated the Bayside last year, finishing the regular season with a 11-1 record before defeating Parkside in the Bayside title game. Then went on to get to the state title game where they eventually fell to Oakdale. Now, the problem is they graduated basically a ton of the seniors from that squad. All the seniors, I should say, but a ton from the squad. The thing is, they do bring back the Conference Player of the Year, though, in Carlos Hernandez. He's only going to be a junior this season. Question is, will he be enough and the rest of the team around him to kind of keep the Warriors where they are? Are they going to drop off this year?
Seeing all this soccer is getting me so excited. Well, we're going to hit things over to field hockey. SU is looking to get there to the national title game this year. They've been knocking on the door, but will this be a breakout year? It's tough to say after losing a talent like Summer Washburn, last year's Conference Player of the Year, but they do have a lot of girls returning to the field. Some local stars as well, like Delmar grad Sam Johnson and Parkside's Breck Sullivan. Now, they're looking to lead their team back to the national championship game. That's on November 22nd, so they have their eyes on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch. Well, halfway home, our number 5 team to watch this fall is the North Carolina volleyball squad. You want to talk about some runs? They have won the Bayside Championship 7 of the past 8 years, but they lost the Conference Player of the Year. It's a running theme right now for a lot of our teams. But the Bulldogs, they seem to always just plug someone else in and keep it going. Can they keep that up again this year, or will someone else be crowned?
Well, we're going to go back to football at the number 4 spot. The Kent Island football team has been a powerhouse in the Bayside for years. They've won 6 Bayside championships since 2004, but during those years, they were led by Brian Sofanowski, and he resigned after last season. Now he is passing on the torch to Damian Ferragamo. The big question is here. How will this team do under new leadership? Will they be able to maintain that level of success? Or will they decline? I cannot wait to see the Buccaneers take the field.
Yeah, the big thing there was he had them playing the most disciplined team around, so it's interesting to see if they can keep that going. Well, we're talking dynasties here at number 3, and you got to go with Cape Henlopen field hockey team. They have been on an unreal run, 4 straight state titles, and during that time, they posted a 57 1-1 record, which is just absolutely ridiculous. However, they graduate a stud class that included Sam Broadhurst as well as Lexi Woodruff, but they do bring back that Delaware State Player of the Year in Tess Bermheimer. Now, she is about to snap this year. She's going to go nuts. But the question is, can it be enough to keep that streak going, keep their team undefeated?
And number 2, we're going to head over to the Laurel Bulldogs. How will their football team do this year? Last year, they made an incredible run to the state championship game. But what happened in the years before that? Well, not too much.
It gets real awkward in a hurry.
Exactly. So, can they prove that and prove to everyone as well as themselves under head coach Glenn Phillips and play that state championship caliber football, or will they fall back into their old ways? Hopefully not, but only time will tell.
Keep sleeping, as Glenn would say. Well, I got to say, they're winning no matter what with that announcer they got over there. But the number 1 team to watch this fall, I've got to say, is the Pocomoke field hockey squad for a lot of obvious reasons. This team is stacked like you wouldn't believe. Definitely looks like they could be on their way to a state title. But it'll be the first time in over 20 years that they're led by a new head coach on the sideline after the heartbreaking loss of Coach Pusey this summer. The team is playing with heavy hearts. The town is definitely rallying behind them, which creates an incredible amount of pressure, a very difficult situation for the team. But I tell you what, if you knew some of these girls, the character they have, it looks like they can handle it. Only time will tell. And I think just taking the field and the way that they're going to represent that school, it will really, win no matter what. But like I said, they have state championship aspirations.
Definitely, and I think that in saying that, I think everyone is really cheering for the Pocomoke girls field hockey team. It's not even just that community, it's everybody. We are here too. I mean, everybody is. So it's an awesome situation for them. So, all right, well, it is time for our first commercial break, but how about the Eagles? Their first game is this Sunday, and we'll give you the inside look at how the Eagles are preparing for their season opener. Keep it right here.
We are
the Vikings.
And you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.